In digital image processing, let us see the next topic, which is image enhancement. So, in this image enhancement, first let us see specify the objective of image enhancement technique. You have an image. Now, why do you want to enhance it? Say you want to see only the roads in this image. This sim image is not good. You want to enhance the brightness or say decrease the contrast. For that, you use this image enhancement technique. So the objective of enhancement technique is to process an image so that the result is more suitable than the original image for a particular application. As I said, that if you want to view an image or to find out certain information that is there in image but you are not able to see it, but with certain mathematical technique, if you are able to see it, these are the mathematical technique which we call as image enhancement technique. Next is explain the two categories of image enhancement. What are the two categories of image enhancement? First is spatial domain. You apply enhancement technique on spatial domain. The other is you apply it on frequency domain. So spatial domain refers to the image plane itself, and approaches in this category are based on direct manipulation of picture image. So you have a picture image, like it is distributed in pixels, picture elements, and you apply directly your mathematics or your filters. Directly the values are changed, these pixels are changed. While in frequency domain, you first transform your spatial domain image or domain is transformed from spatial to frequency, and now you have a frequency domain. So you can just uh, change or enhance the image using the Fourier transform. What is contrast uh, stretching? You know the contrast. Contrast is the difference of the lowest and highest intensity value. So you want to stretch the uh, contrast. See, you have a total say 8-bit image which is there. So total gray values which are available to you is 0 to 255. You can distribute your values between 0 to 255. But for example, you have taken an image, say from a satellite on board or camera, and or rather from your picture, handheld camera, any camera. So a picture can be taken from any image. Once you have taken it, you see that the contrast or the range varies from say 69 to 111. I'm just taking random numbers. But from 69 to 111, you are able to see only these intensity values. You're not able to see clear picture. You can enhance it. You can take 69 to 0, 111 to 255. This is possibility. You can enhance the level or increase the level. So contrast stretching is reducing an image of higher contrast than the original by darkening the levels below and brightening the levels above the image, like this. You are making it more zero towards zero and making it more towards white. What is gray level slicing? Slicing is see if you have a brick of ice cream or a butter, you use knife to slice them. So it is exactly like this. This is gray level slicing. What you do in this, highlighting a specific range of gray levels in an image often is desired. Applications including enhancing features such as masses of water in satellite imagery and enhancing flaws in X-rays. So what you do here is, if this is the range, say 0 to 255, you are interested only in the range of say 250, 200 to 250. So just enhancing this image or slicing and enhancing this part 200 to 250 is the gray level slicing, because you require information at this in these which are shown more, which are more prominent in this gray levels. Next is what is image subtraction. Exactly like normal subtraction, you want to subtract 2 from 3, you'll get 1. So you want to remove all those contents which are there in 3, which are in 2, all those content which are in 2 and also present in 3. You are trying to remove all the contents from these 3 which are present in 2. This is simple image subtraction. So difference between two images, which is represented by simple fxy minus hxy, where f and h are two images, and the represented image abstraction will be given by gxy, is obtained by computing the difference between all pairs of corresponding pixels from f and h. So say if you have this image, the other image is this. This is certain pixel corresponding to this pixel. in the second image. So you actually perform the subtraction of these two dn values. Say the dn values is 66 here, the dn values is 24 here. So 66 minus 24. So in the final image, you will get 42 digital number at this location, this particular x, y, or ij value of the matrix. What is the purpose of image averaging? Image averaging. Now, what is image averaging? There are certain ways. Let me tell you the explanation first. Means the definition that we'll see. The important application of image averaging is the field of astronomy, where imaging with very low light levels is routine, causing sensor noise frequently to render single images virtually useless for analysis. Averaging is nothing but if you have, say, 4 pixels here. So you want to, that the nearby pixels, they consist of noise also, they consist of the actual values also. So what you do, say they have certain values, you combine them. Let me take an example of 3 values. So if it is 21, this is say 10, this is say 13. So what you'll do here is 21 plus 10 plus 13. We divide it by 3, final value. So the final value of this pixels, any pixel which you want to average, the final value, that is your 40 divided by 3, or 21, 13, and that will be, and 10 also, that will be 44. So 44 divided by 3, the value will come here. You'll not paste a floating value, but you'll transfer or change it to the integral value. So this is the averaging. What is mean by masking? Masking means hiding. And you know how you do masking in your digital electronics. The same concept is here. Masking is the small 2D array in which the values of mask coefficient determine the nature of the process. The enhancement technique based on this type of approach is referred to as mask processing. You have an image, you want to mask this area, you want to remove this area, or not remove, I should not say remove, you have to mask certain area. For that you use this masking. What is histogram? What is histogram? Histogram is nothing but the frequency distribution of the image. Say you have an image, you have certain digital values. I'm just taking an example. This is not an actual picture. 22, here 22, here 22, here you find 31 here, 31 here. Okay. So I can draw a histogram. In this I can represent 22. At point 22, I can draw a line width or length 3. At this point 31, I can draw a line with width or length 2. So this is a representation. This is the frequency distribution of the image. So histogram is the frequency distribution. So histogram of a digital image with gray values in the range from say 0 to L minus 1. That is, if an image is of 8 bit, then the range will go up to 8 bit, 0 to 255. So we'll draw a line from 0 to 255. And how many numbers of particular pixel are there, you will draw the frequency. So this is a discrete function of gray levels, where this nk will be the number of pixels in the image having gray level rk. That is, you have how many pixels? 22 r3. So the gray level rk, that is nk is rk is 22 and nk is 3 here. For 31 or 21, we have taken 31 I guess. For 31, this nk will be 2. There are only 2 pixels having number as 31. What is meant by histogram equalization? Histogram equalization is also it's a contrast enhancing technique only. So this is the transformation which is called the histogram equalization. In this we use the certain probabilities and the distribution. How we are going to do this? You have certain values. So we find the cumulative frequency of these values, cumulative frequencies, and we redistribute it with certain range. If this is varying, say value is varying from this is only 20, this is 21, this is 51. So you are trying to keep it across. Let me show you by the diagram. If this is the frequency, you are trying to equalize it like this way. This is more nicer figure. This is some random figure, but the image is like this. You want to equalize it, and there is a complete way you compute the probabilities and then you distribute it. This is histogram equalization. Define the derivative filter. What is a derivative filter? Say you have a function fxy and the gradient delta f at coordinate xy, which is defined as delta f by delta x delta by delta y. This is the derivative filter, and the magnitude is given by delta x by delta f by delta x square plus delta f by delta y square. So in derivative filter, you are applying the derivative based or derivation based filter on the image. What is a median filter? What is a median filter? The median filter replaces the value of a pixel by the median of the gray levels in the neighborhood pixels. So if certain image is there, say you have one pixel here. I'm just taking one pixel now. So what median filter does? Say if certain value is here, 21. All these values are here. What I'll do is I'll combine these 9 values. I'll take, not combine, but I'll take all these 9 values. Find the median, and you know how to find the median. If median is nothing but the central value, so I will arrange these values in ascending order. I'll take a mid value. If these are odd values, because this is 9, so that I'll get an odd value. That will be the fifth value. Fifth value will, in the sorted order, will be my median. And if it is even, then I'll take n by 2 and n by 2 plus 1 of value. But we'll take one value only, and that value, because this is 9, normally the filters are of size 3 by 3 and 5 by 5, 7 by 7 only, because we want odd numbers, because we want to replace the values. So all these values combined, we take all these values and find out the median and place it here. The 21 will be replaced by the median, this fifth value here. This is the median filter. Explain the spatial filtering. What is a spatial filtering? Spatial filtering is the process of moving the filter mask from point to point in an image. For linear spatial filter, the response is given by the sum of products of the filter coefficient and the corresponding image pixels in the surrounding spanned by the filter mask. Let me take the example of what we have just seen. Okay, here in the median filter. If I'm just taking a part, so let me show you a complete image now. This is a complete image. This is just a part. So what exactly we do in spatial filtering or spatial enhancement is, this is a filter. We move it. This is one position. Now we position it here. So this pixel will be now changed by the median filter, median value. Now I again change this filter and go one step ahead. So now my pixel will be, so my filter will move like this, and at each movement, it will replace a central pixel. So all the pixel will be changed with respect to the filter which is applied. This is spatial filter. Okay. Give the mask used for high boost filter. This is also kind of filtering, and you want to boost high frequencies. So this is the high boost filtering. This is a mask. So you apply it one by one on the digital image. This is minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. You see that if you add them with 4, this will give you 0. Again, you can add 8. These are 8 minus 1 values. Minus 8 plus 8 is 0. So the summation is sometimes 0. This is high boost filtering. What is maximum filter and minimum filter? Let me again take you back to this median filter. What we have done here is, we have found out the median of these 9 values and place it here. What if I take these 9 values and replace this value with the maximum of these 9 values? What if I replace the central value with these 9 values, which is the minimum one? So we take the minimum of these 9 values and place it here. So this is nothing but the minimum and maximum filter. Okay. So we have just seen the minimum and maximum. So the 100% the 100 percentile is maximum filter, is used for finding brightness points in an image. The 0th percentile filter is minimum filter, used for finding the darkest point. This filter will be employed in finding the darkest and brightest points. Write the application of sharpening filters. Now you have an image, you want to sharpen it. So there are certain filters for it, like electronic printing and medical imaging to industrial application. These are the applications. You also have autonomous target detection in smart weapons. You want to sharpen the filter. There are various filters, will come across them. So name the different type of derivative filters. Del X by del Y, which we have seen. So we have Privet filter and Sobel filters, Robert filters, which is called Robert cross gradient filter. So Sobel, Privet, and Robert, they are derivative filters. What are the types of noise models? Noise is the information that is received, but we don't want it. I'll not say noise is an unwanted data. because that data has come from somewhere, but we don't require it. So to represent this noise, there are certain models like Gaussian noise, Rayleigh noise, Erlang noise, exponential noise, uniform noise, simple noise. These are all the noise models. Give the relation for this Gaussian noise, as we have seen the representation of the Gaussian noise is also a model of noise model. So the Gaussian noise will be given by this relationship. This is the distribution. PDF is nothing but the probability distribution function. So this is the probability distribution function Pz e to the power minus z minus mu square by 2 sigma square by under root 2 pi sigma, where z is the gray level value, sigma is the standard deviation, sigma square is the variance, mu is the mean. All these are there for Gaussian noise. Now give the relation for Rayleigh noise. Again, same stuff goes here, but the value will change, or the relationship will change in Rayleigh noise. 2z minus a to the power minus z minus a to the 2 by b. So what is this? This mu is given by a plus under root pi b by 4. Standard deviation is given by this formula. Now coming to gamma noise, this is the gamma noise relationship. So your book will tell more about this. This is just for showing you that the noise distribution is like that. You can confirm it through your book. Exponential noise is like this: a e to the power minus az, where mean and standard deviation will be given in certain other way. Give the relation of for uniform noise. Uniform noise is like this: the probability distribution function is 1 by b minus a. Z belong between a and b. Otherwise, it will be 0. Okay, if it is not between a and b, it will be 0. B is given by a plus b by 2. Standard deviation is given by this expression. Impulse noise. Impulse noise is PA for z equal to a, for z equal to b, pb, or otherwise 0. What are the possible ways of adding noise in images? How can you add the noise in images? So means how noise can be added. What are the ways? First is image sensor will itself add the noise. Scanners, acquisition, modifying the pixel values, changing the background or foreground of an image, addition of two images, arithmetic operation between two images, and image processing algorithm. There are other possible ways of adding noise in images. Define spatial averaging. Let me take you to the similar figure of what we have seen in the median. So in this spatial averaging, we take these values, all 9 values, say x1 to x9. We add all them, divided by 9. Whatever will be the value, we replace it in the center pixel. So spatial averaging is the process of finding out average of a center pixel and its neighbor. And for linear spatial averaging, the response is given by the sum of the products of the average filter mask and the corresponding image pixels in the area spanned by the filter mask. So what I'm trying to say is that this is the spatial averaging. One more way is you have values here, say 2, say 1, minus 1, 2, 5, 6, 2, 5, 8, 3. This is our filter. Now the actual digital values can be 26, 5, 2, 51, 5, 8, 5 by 58, 21, 63. So what I'll do here is I'll multiply this filter value with these two, means the digital number which is present here and the pixel number, that is say P1, or the filter number, sorry, let me take it as F1. So digital number 1 plus the filter 1 will multiply all these and summate or sum them from say 0 to 8, because there are 9 values, and whatever this value will come, we'll divide it by 9, and this will be our spatial averaging. Define harmonic mean filter. So this is the harmonic mean filter. The process is same, the values will change. So this filter, which is m into n by sigma s, which t belongs to s, x, y, g, s, t. This filter is working well for the salt and pepper noise, but it works well for salt noise but fails for pepper noise. Okay, there are various filters which work for both. Define and give the transfer function of contra harmonic filter. This is the expression for contra harmonic filter. This is used to reduce the salt and pepper noise. So the contra harmonic filtering results in a restored image, which is given by this expression. So before we go to image restoration, we'll stop it right now. We'll take image restoration in the next section. Till then, thank you so much. Take care.